There they are. They've been waiting patiently. TK slept late today. Come on, Steve. What are you doing? Come on. Steve, sorry I'm so late. It's almost 11 a.m. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry about the tease. Oh yeah, I'll go get tangled up on the wall there. Oh, I think I was just shooting up. All right, we're out the door. And guess what? It's actually 36 degrees. Boston Logan only got down to 28 last night, the warmest morning we've had in a week. But the dew point is low, so I've noticed where there is some dripping, we still have ice forming because it evaporates. The water hits the cement and evaporates, and ice has been the story. We just cannot shake the ice. You know, Boston hasn't had a 40-degree day since the day before Valentine's on February 13th. It was in the low 40s. And we're actually going to get to 40 here in a couple of days, and we're going to have a couple of nights that do not get down to 32. So the first thaw of 2025 is coming. Here's the Boston meteogram going forward. Now, there's going to be a little bit of a cold front tonight, and tomorrow morning is going to be a little colder, lower 20s again. And then tomorrow, well, today and tomorrow, both close to 40. And then tomorrow night, and Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, and Friday morning look like 4 mornings in a row without getting to freezing. To conclude February, we're going to have a thaw. I call it a thaw when you don't get to freezing at night. That's only at Boston Logan. Other places are going to have a thaw. And there's snow falling in northern New England. Of course, I can always use the J Peak cam because it snows there every day. About 8 inches of new snow overnight at J, in its own world up there with the J cloud in the front. And I also love to watch this webcam. It's got Nat sound of the food pantry for deer at Brownville, Maine, where it is snowing this morning. So it's day 55 in a row with snow somewhere in New England. And it almost looked like it wanted to snow here a little bit for a time this morning. We have a fascinating satellite image of sky waves perpendicular to the upper level flow, mackerel sky today. And this little cloud over southeastern New England, that's pretty fascinating too. And then if we widen it out, oh my goodness, this line is totally stuck down there. So T-Rex is stuck. I can't even get it out of there. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? It's the coupling. Oh, darn. Oh, well, you like it right there, Steve? So Steve's kind of stuck too. I think I might be able to free up Steve. Look at the real wide satellite imagery. And I always talk about on the backside of these cold highs all winter long, we've had to watch for a storm. And there is a serious storm there in the Gulf. It's going to engulf the Gulf from Texas to Florida, mostly over the open water, but real heavy rain and wind and probably gale force winds on the coast near New Orleans. Is it Mardi Gras time? Just about, right? New Orleans getting some rain and some wind. Not tropical, but it looks kind of tropical, though, on the satellite and when we see it on the weather forecast. So not snowing, though, in Louisiana. In a real big satellite image, that storm that went by here a few days ago. Wow, it is massive. Look at that. Stretches from Iceland to Portugal with the cold front just about to the British Virgin Islands. That is a huge storm. And it's another one. It was that third bomb cyclone in a week that battered Newfoundland with blizzard conditions yesterday. And you think we have a lot of snow. Newfoundland, Labrador, Eddie Shear shared this video. They're stocking the snow. I don't know, where is that? Some vast yard there. 10 stories tall, he says. They're stacking the snow in Newfoundland and Labrador. So someone always says more snow. It's always snowing harder somewhere else. And it's good to see that the West got their snow. Now what's happening is there's a powerful storm coming onto the northwestern United States. There's that one. There's a satellite image of that one coming across the Pacific. And this is going to push warm air across most of the nation, including parts of New England, because this is going to mostly track across Canada. You get low pressure in Canada, and that pulls the air in from the west and the southwest. So Pacific-sourced air And that storm advisories, watches, and warnings. Look at all those storm warnings and wind warnings and flood watches and avalanche warnings in the northwest for this storm, with the snow level very high. And so it's mostly rain, and melting snow is going to result in flooding in the northwest. And that storm is going to break into pieces and travel north of us for the most part over the next couple of days, or all week long, really. But it's not an easy forecast at all. When is it an easy forecast? I'd say today, this beautiful afternoon. Good day to mount a flagpole somewhere or get rid of the ice. Boy, we must have set some kind of record. I went over the ball field there in Hingham ball field to be playing baseball here in a short time, but the ice is just lethal. We must have set some kind of record for the number of injuries, people going to the hospital because they've slipped on ice this week. It's just been brutal with that last Sunday rain and a temperature only in the low 30s, and then that hard freeze Sunday night. Well, I think we're about done with that. I mean, if we do get another storm, it's certainly not going to have a week of freezing air behind it. Or is it? Let's go to the Canadian. No, not the Canadian. It's in the doghouse for leading me down the wrong road last Thursday. It's always a Thursday thing, isn't it? So this front, surface map. I didn't show you the surface map, did I? There's a 1020 high, not that strong, in Ontario, and the cold front that's to our north. Whenever you have a cold front coming at you from the north, it draws in the wind from the southwest. So the day of a cold front is usually the warmest day. That cold front's going to settle down into central New England and stall and lift back as a warm front. So you can see the warm front there north of Lake Superior. And so this front is bringing that snow to the Canadian border today. All right, now let's go to the bigger picture and show the Euro model. Not that it's doing us any favors lately. GFS probably is the go-to model, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Not in a hurry Sunday, right? That's our motto here. So here it is, the Euro going forward, and that storm in the Pacific Northwest pushing into Western Canada. We have high pressure going to our north only briefly tonight and tomorrow. That's the colder night tonight. And then there's going to be that low coming across Canada, and it's going to pull warmer air in most of New England. And there's that storm in the Gulf, by the way, is missing us. It's going out closer to Bermuda. I forgot to talk about that yesterday. It looked like kind of a threat. So that's gone and that's out. And here is the next front coming in from Canada on Tuesday with some rain or snow at the Canadian border. If it does rain at Jay, that'll be the first time in 2025, and it will be not much rain. That front is weak, and then in southern New England, you get the high pressure to the south. The wind is from the southwest. It's fairly gusty. Temperatures are going into the 40s, maybe 50 by Wednesday. And then Thursday, there's another front coming at us, and what looked like a possible bigger storm now looks like just kind of a flat wave, doesn't it? Coming through with a little rain or snow at the Canadian border on Thursday. And then Friday, as every Friday has done, turns windy, but not that cold, just kind of a little colder than the climatological average for the last day of February. So Friday is windy. And then that high comes in and goes to our south. So we warm up again next Saturday. Sunday is warming up. And then here comes another system at us. And now there's an Arctic front pressing south. It's definitely slower than what it had been projected the last couple of days. It doesn't get here. The real Arctic air doesn't get here now until next Sunday. And there's a wave of low pressure on there. So some rain and or snow possible next weekend on Sunday. And then Monday, we have cold air coming in. It looks like Arctic chill, not quite as harsh as it showed yesterday because the 510 isn't going to the south coast, but windy and very cold, a solid refreeze of anything here next Monday. And then Tuesday, the high's coming over us, the wind lets up, and then it takes it out to Wednesday. Now next week, let's see, what's that, March 5th or so? And it shows a pretty chilly high right over us. What is that, a 1030 something? And a low pressure system going into Iowa. Not that strong a low, but there's going to be a huge gradient with the warm air, almost record warm to the south of that coming at us. And it looks like if this comes true, about March 6th or 7th, we would have a real warm rain and wind storm here coming in 10 days. But we know that those 10-day forecasts are tenuous at best. All right, so that's the weather. It's going to warm up. And I think I'm going to find a new place for a flagpole today. And T-Rex is just, everywhere he steps, he gets knotted up here. So the ice is so serious. Kirk, Weller, so sorry to hear. Your mom and dad-in-law both falling on the ice in the last few days. Carl's going to pay us a visit, I guess. And it's a special day today. My one of my favorite friends that only existed virtually, but they came to visit me 3 years ago when I needed a hug. Ray, Alba, and Alicia, and Nevada came up to give me a hug here in Hingham. And Ray is away in India, where, by the way, it's about 9 hours ahead of us. It's almost tomorrow in India. Yet he found the time to post this wonderful video in celebration of Nevada's 16th birthday. And Nevada, you know, the word is Spanish for snow-capped. So how fitting that Nevada gets the name Nevada. And it came to Ray in a dream. Yep, true story. And she's racing or playing at Pico today on her 16th. So what a nice day for skiing, huh? Nevada, those sky waves up overhead, and not freezing. You don't need the toe warmers and the hand warmers today, do you? Anyhow, happy birthday, Nevada. And yesterday I did we were still shoveling, by the way. A week after the storm, we're still shoveling the ice and chipping away at it. We'll probably do some more of that today, and the neighbors. And then I went over to the ball field there in Hingham, where I just can't believe how treacherous the footing is. And the dog park, oh my goodness. DCR, did you even think about trying to put some rock salt down on the entrance to the dog park? Just lethal. So many injuries. I guess rock salt, we've run out of rock salt. Well, I still have enough in my garage. I had enough. And there's enough on the roads to go and sweep it up and put it in a bucket and take it. But Mother Nature's going to do the job for us now with this 3-day thaw coming into at least southern New England. And don't really believe any of those placements of rain and snow after day 3. Here's the and more. Oh, sorry, Glenn. I almost forgot to do the ice bucket challenge. There are my footprints from the ice bucket challenge last week. And here's the ice bucket. And it's solid. But, oh, we got it out. Oh, it's almost dripping a little. So we'll see if the ice disappears this week. It's going to be close. We're in the shade right here. All right, Rex, let's go in. And more from yesterday. See ya. Bye-bye. (111), about 34 degrees. And no wind. Yay. You can hear the birds. Well, I could hear the birds a minute ago. The snow has softened up enough that Rex mostly is going through. It doesn't look that fun, Rex. Stay in the tracks we made the other day. Want to see the blocks that are going into our retaining wall, the very base? They're right down there. Right down this path. Part of the big project is this path too. Down to the shelf. There they are. We're definitely on a path. Some of the critters take regularly. Eric, what kind of tracks are these? Squirrel? Carolina wren. Tiny bird, big noise, great song. Big blocks. Tiny T-Rex. Oh, there are those 2 swans we saw yesterday. T-Rex, get up on the wall. Careful, it's kind of icy. Careful, TK, it's kind of icy. So these are the base blocks that are going at the bottom of our retaining wall. Stop. And you can see they're about maybe 5 feet deep. So that'll be the face. Face is out. Huh. No! Send help now! I'm on the way. That's Mike, the mailman. T-Rex is going to see Mike and not know what to do. So yeah, all these are going in our backyard this week. I'm not sure what machine's going to do it. Plenty to choose from though. Authentic melting. We have actual melting going on. Especially where it faces into the sun. Alright, spin over this. Think we can free up another car. perfect and more for a not in a hurry Sunday. You get the sparrows and swans in the same shot, plural. They followed us, Rex. Beautiful. Love the quiet. Once in a while we get some quiet. Not that often. Are you feeling sleepy? Oh, there's a breeze. Still got a little cold air advection going on. And a robin standing guard. Oh, that's not a robin. Yeah, it is. What is it? Yes, it is. Cat. Got another cat in the yard. Don't know where that one came from. It's got a collar on though. Everyone's coming to see what's going on. Hey, kitty. I'll tell Rex you were here. I mean, Steve. I mean, Mitt. See ya. Into the sun. He's looking up. Probably can't even see me because the sun's so bright behind him. Me. Us. Eric tells me that chickadees can eat 200 sunflowers a day. That's how they keep warm in this wintry weather. It's now been a full week, last Saturday with the snow. It's the first Saturday we haven't had some kind of snow, but we're still out here shoveling. It's an ice rink. But the sun's really helping. All right.
Take you, whoa, that was a double jump. Up.
T-Rex trained by Mike from the
All right, ready for
USPS.
this? All right, we're gonna put on a show. We got people watching.
Yep. Let's get this
Jump,
on
jump like a bear.
Instagram.
Like a bear. Come on, like a bear. There you go. Good boy.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna make you do it again. Sit. No, sit regular. Regular sit. Regular sit.
I think when you have food in your hand, there's no regular sit. That's it.
Okay, come on up. There you go. Good boy.
Meantime, it's a week after it snowed, and we're still out here shoveling.
I know.
Despite the February sun.
Yeah,
But
thank God, like you said, we're getting a little reprieve next week.
No place else would rather be. Is there going to be another snowstorm?
I don't know, but you know what?
Find out
I'm
on
gonna go
Out the
actually-
Door,
I'm gonna go
weather
actually
and
help-
more.
help Arthur. He's 85 years old.
Aw.
Art, you want some help?
It's happening right before our eyes, right there. That is already just almost lethal. Check out the picnic tables. No matter how much ice you have, someone else has more. This is the Edward R. Lynch Field, where they'll be playing baseball 5 or 6 weeks. Right over the line in Hingham. Play hockey here in the morning. Ice hockey. Let's go down and check the salt water down at the dog park. Look at that ice crystals right there. It is fascinating and pretty dangerous. Oh my goodness, pretty much unbelievable. This ice has been here for a week. Doesn't even look like much of an attempt was made to mitigate it. It's a DCR right here. Zero attempt to mitigate. It's treacherous. 4 o'clock, Saturday, February 22, at the dog park. Not with a dog, just don't want to go see the sun. Go down over the South Shore Yacht Club. I just checked the temperature at 4 o'clock. It's 31 in Hyannis and 32 in Worcester. So it's a night of radiational cooling where southeastern Massachusetts, at least to begin with, this evening is colder than anywhere else. Is it colder this morning in Cape Cod than where it's snowing in Vermont? This is just crazy slippery. Unbelievable. With 4-paw drive, it's tough to get a grip. Oh my gosh. If I walk down there, oh man. Fall on my keister. I don't have my right shoes on, so I gotta aim for the snow because you can get a grip in the snow. Oh man. Oh. It's crazy. Okay. Just want to come down and see the saltwater ice. All right, I made it down safely. I can hear the birds singing. Beautiful. Back river. Saltwater ice. Tide is coming in and the sun is going down. So we'll have a sunset time lapse with Captain Space Time on the piano.